Cortex Lab started as an idea, but you, everyone watching, you made it a family, views or followers.
Hey, welcome. So we are absolutely swimming in information these days, right? Just a tidal wave of data. Making sense of it all is, well, it's a huge deal. Today, we're going to dive into a really cool tool that's designed to turn all that data chaos into clear, actionable insights. And that tool is Microsoft Power BI. I mean, think about it. Every single click, every purchase, every interaction we have online, it's all generating data. For any business, this is like sitting on a gold mine, but it's also a massive challenge. You've got this mountain of information, and trying to figure out how to turn all of that raw stuff into smart decisions, that is getting tougher and tougher. You know, for years and years, the good old spreadsheet was our go-to tool. It was trusty, it was reliable. But let's be honest, we've kind of hit a wall. Today's organizations are collecting data so fast that spreadsheets just can't keep up. They've pretty much become the dinosaurs of the data world. So if spreadsheets are history, what's next? Well, to help us figure that out, our guide for this little explainer is the book Microsoft Power BI for Dummies. We're going to use its insights to really break down what this powerful tool is all about. And that brings us right to Power BI. See, this is a tool that was built specifically for this modern era of big data. But before we can really get what Power BI does, we need to quickly talk about the idea it's built on, and that is business intelligence. Business intelligence, or just BI for short, sounds kind of fancy, but it's pretty simple. It's not just about looking at numbers on a screen. It's the whole process of taking messy, raw, confusing data and turning it into crystal clear insights that actually help you make smarter, faster decisions. Think of it as the engine that turns raw information into actual intelligence. And that is exactly where Power BI comes into play. It's Microsoft's big answer to modern BI. And it's not just one single program, it's a whole collection of tools that work together. They can connect to all your different data sources. Doesn't matter if it's in the cloud, on a simple spreadsheet, or in a huge database. And it pulls everything together to create something meaningful, interactive, and honestly, really beautiful.
Okay, so that all sounds pretty great, right? But a tool is only as good as the people who are actually using it. So who's really in the driver's seat when it comes to Power BI?
Yeah, who are we talking about here? Is this a tool just for hardcore developers, or maybe for C-suite executives? Who are the key players in this whole data-driven world? Well, the cool thing is, Power BI isn't just for one type of person. It's used by business analysts who are gathering requirements, by data engineers who are building the data pipelines, and by IT pros who manage the whole infrastructure. It's really a collaborative platform where all these different roles can come together around the same set of data. Okay, so we know who uses it, but how does it actually work? How does Power BI do its magic? How does it take this chaotic mess of data and turn it into something so clean and insightful?
It really follows a clear 5-step journey. First, you prepare the data, pulling sales figures from your online store and grabbing inventory data from a warehouse. Then you model it, which just means you connect those sales figures to specific products. Step 3 is to visualize it, where you create, say, a live map showing your sales by region. From there, you analyze that visual and maybe you spot a brand new trend. And finally, you manage it by sharing that cool interactive map with your marketing team. It's a full end-to-end process.
So all that work, the preparing, the modeling, the analyzing, it all leads to one fantastic thing, the ultimate payoff. This is where all those pieces finally come together in a way that literally anyone can understand in a glance.
Because really the whole point of this is to take something that's overwhelmingly complex, we're talking millions of rows of data, and boil it down into something incredibly simple. A clear, interactive dashboard that tells you exactly what you need to know right when you need to know it.
And this is the real power of Power BI. It's not just about making pretty charts, it's about telling compelling stories with your data. It's about creating visuals that help your whole team discover what's truly essential, cutting through all the noise to find that one important signal.
Which, of course, brings us to the final, and maybe the most important question of all. A tool like this puts an immense amount of power right at your fingertips. So, if you look at your own work, your own business, your own data, what incredible stories are just sitting there, waiting to be told?